Come on. Ravi Kumar, tell me a story in 1 minute to 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. I'll tell. Once upon a time, uh, there is a jungle. In jungle, two animals are living there. One is lion, second one is rat. Both are good friends. After some times, uh, lion gets some foods, and rat rat is trying to eat that food. When lion gets angry, then eat the rat.
Hmm.
That's it, sir.
That's all. But even then, is, was, eat, ate, these mistakes you committed.
Suddenly asked no. That's why I got some
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
fear.
I understand. Then, Manpreet Kaur, can you tell us some story in English?
Actually, I can't remember any story right
कुछ
now.
कुछ नया मूवीज कुछ देखा तो उसका बारे में बताइए. आप तो रोज ओटीटी में किसी ना किसी मूवीज देख रहे हैं, कुछ देख रहे हैं, उसका बारे में बोलने से तो हो जाता है. इट्स ओनली टू स्पीक इन
Actually,
इंग्लिश.
yes. Mm, yeah, I watched the movie Dangal. It was a movie of Amir Khan, and in this movie he play the role of father, and he has two daughters, and they are also fighter, I can say, and he also because but he cannot achieve his goal, so he wants to uh, he wants that her daughter get achievement in that field. So he he trained them in a good way. He trained them how to fight other, uh, and
Hmm,
um, he trained them,
hmm,
and he gave a lot of he gave motivation to them, and encourage them that they can achieve their goals. So actually I can't find words for explain the
No, no.
story.
Are you
Uh,
talking about Mary Kom movie?
no, sir. Dangal movie.
What is the movie?
Dangal. Dangal.
Dangal. Dangal. Acha,
Yes.
acha. Okay, we can
Yes,
ask
sir.
her. We can ask our Tanya to tell some story. Tanya, tell us some
Yes, sir.
story. Tell us some
But
story.
actually, I have remembered one story. Please don't laugh, which I have studied in at school time. I think I am in when I am in fourth or fifth class.
No problem. Please tell that.
I think everyone have listened about it. Fox and the Grapes story. अच्छा,
please,
that-
please tell that
okay.
story correctly.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a fox matlab, means which is hungry for some food. Means he went for search of some food as he were as he were hungry. So he searched here and there, and but doesn't find anything what to eat. So he went one farmer's land, or what, one farmer's plot, where he found grapes in the tree. So he decided to eat grapes, and grapes look like very juicy. So he decided, let's eat it, so that her hunger came down. So when he can he stumbled upon me, when he stumbled farmer's wall, he saw he saw grapes. So he tries to eat grapes, and he jumps high in the air, and he opens his mouth, but doesn't catch the grapes, and again he missed it. So fox tried again, but yet not. So after few more times, he kept failing, and at last he decided, let's leave it, and walked home, because I think these grapes are not for me, and there might be these grapes are very sour in taste. So let it be, and he thought, I'm sure it's sour, so please, so let it be. So that much I remind.
Yeah.
Can I try once more, sir?
Some other story. No, before that, Tanya will read this. Tanya, read this.
The Fox and the Grapes. A fox one day spied a beautiful bunch of ripe grapes hanging from a vine trained along the branches of tree. The grapes seemed ready to burst with juice, and the fox's mouth watered as he gazed longingly at them. The bunch hung from a high branch, and the fox had to jump for it. The first time he jumped, he missed it by a long way. So he walked off a short distance and took a running leap at it, only to a fall short once more. Again and again he tried, but in vain. Now he sat down and looked at the grapes in disgust. What a fool I am, he said. Here I am wearing myself out to get a bunch of sour grapes that are not worth gaping for. And off he walked away very scornfully. There are many who pretend to despise and belittle that which is beyond their reach. Exactly. So this is story I am telling.
Yeah.
But in this way, I am not narrating.
Yeah. Good. Very good. Now, Valarmati has come now. Valarmati, please
Yes, sir.
tell us the story you are telling your daughter every day before her going to sleep or whatever it is. Tell us some story in English.
Okay, sir. Once upon a day. Sir, can I start once again?
I don't know. Most of us, when we start a story, we always start like this. Once upon a time, once a king lived in a forest. Always once we start. It doesn't matter. Start. Valarmati, this
Yes,
is a unexpected question today. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Once in a village, there is a forest. In that forest, there is one lion and a wolf. And the lion is the king of the forest, and she usually went to hunt animals for their children. But at that day, he cannot able to find a food for their children. He searched throughout the entire forest, and he found a deer in that forest, and it plans to hunt that deer. But wolf heard the plan of the lion. What wolf thought is, it has to stop the plan of the lion to hunt the deer, because the deer and the wolf are friends. So the lion is hiding behind a tree, and the deer is coming near to the deer was coming near to the lion, and the deer did not realize that the lion is hiding behind the tree, and the lion now the lion takes a stand to uh, uh, hunt that deer, but the wolf alerts the deer about the lion's plan and saves the deer. That's it.
So you read this story, Valarmati, or I will ask Porkodi to read. Porkodi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please read the story on the screen.
Yes, sir. The lion,
The lion
Yes.
started.
the lion started a new business and hired the donkeys to work for him. At first, it was all great. The lion was running the business. The donkey were working, and the FM was prospering. After a while, the lion had a lot of money, but he realized he had no free time anymore. So he decided to hire a manager. He employed the bear as a manager who will run the company for him. As a professional manager, the bear required various reports from donkeys in order to better manage the company. So now the lion was enjoying, the bear was managing, and the donkeys were doing their usual jobs while also writing reports. After a while, the bear concluded that he spends too much time analyzing reports, so he employed the wolf as a substitute whose job would be to do analyze reports and create a summary for the bear in order to show the bear how much he is worthy. The wolf has introduced new reports now besides the regular work and the old reports. The donkeys also received new reports to fill, and they had to work overtime to complete all the work that was put before them. So they started to show dissatisfaction. The bear noticed that the moral in the company dropped. So he hired the fox to deal with it. The fox has conducted various surveys, organized courses, and various events and gatherings to raise the moral in the company.
Morale.
The
Morale.
morale.
Hmm.
Okay, sir. Morale in the company. The donkeys were now openly showing dissatisfaction because with every change they had more and more work. At the same time, the lion saw that company's profits decline and called the bear to the meeting. At the meeting, they decided to fire half of the donkeys in order to reduce the cost. All characters and events in this story are entirely fictional.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much. That much is sufficient. Good. Now we will take up. So I will stop this story.